think I'm live. Countdown.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less.
I'm interested in that, love. Morning, Scott.
Every morning I wake up to the sound
I think I'm on.
of the
Yeah.
trading bell. My heart
Yeah, I
starts
see
to
the
pound.
meter
Daily
moving.
stock pick trading podcast in
Interesting.
my
App
ears.
Lovin' is down 3% because of Unity software. That's what I'm looking at. Let's just start. Let's just start. I mean, I got to open up all of my stuff. This is going to be for the paid subscribers. Morning, Dictator. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button, everybody. It helps the channel. I mean, believe it or not, it does help the channel, even though I'm not growing on YouTube. YouTube is, I grow so much on Spotfiy, but I don't grow on YouTube. So, it's just interesting. Oh, I didn't get this. No. Hold on. I think this is... That's it. Okay, I need this one. I need this one. Oh. Close that down. We'll close that one down because it's about FU money. An earnings winner, Cloudflare. Larry killed it. I mean, this is one, and I'm sorry, I need to take water. And I'm sure that's going to be a thing. Man, it's Attack of the Birds outside my window. Here. This is my... Oh, I guess I don't have it on this. Do I only have it on Substack? Huh. Oh, there we go. Oh, what is going on? Oh, is that the intelligent zoom? There we go. Scene. Yeah. Substack. We'll close that down. Why is there... let me see if this looks okay. Let me hop on and look at the screen to make sure before I start recording and stuff that all this stuff works. Not charging. That's okay. YouTube. And we'll go... Man, every time I open this thing up, it's different. Thumbs up. There are 7 thumbs up and 11 people in here. Yeah, the screen looks okay. On mine, it doesn't. Good morning, DJ and vacation guy. It does not. Interesting. Who else is live? Well, let's. I used to do this where I'd go and look. Oh, Amit's live. Amit's interesting. He's got like 3,000 people watching him right now. He's got a great, I do like his setup. He does charge for people that oh, he did get a haircut. Interesting. I like it. I'll hit the thumbs up on Amit for that one. You got Stock Market TV with JC Parrott, who's great as well. They've got, what, 20 people watching? Somewhere in that neighborhood. Let's see. Let's go and home. And then we can look at, I think, yeah, there's a live button. You got Trader TV 367 watching JC. You got the Knicks guy. Got Heavy Rain and Thunder Sound for sleeping. 136 people are watching that. There's like 11 people watching me. So I'm, again, on YouTube, I just don't grow. It's real. Ooh. This Savannah Guthrie case is like, I'm obsessed with it a little bit. I really hope she's alive. But yeah, you got. We'll go over Shopify, but Cloudflare killed it. Oh. Oh. I gotta find Unity Software. This is one that I was watching because this is the closest competitor to AppLovin, and it's down 27%. Shopify, which is in the core portfolio, killed it, up 11% after being up 7% yesterday. We'll take a look at the chart on that one. I want to bring up a stock that is listed as a new top stock. And when did it switch? I mean, again, we'll use this as kind of a rinse and repeat. And then I'm going to show you the difference because I want to show you a stock, TTMI and CLS. Let's see how good Trendspider is versus like a Perplexity and stuff. It's about the tools that you use. So I'm just going to show you. There is a major, major difference between the two. CRDO and LITE, we'll kind of go over those two because I like, we'll go over those. I will go over at the end, by the way, at the end of the show for paid members, I'm going to record something different. So if you're a paid member, it will be only on Substack. And I'm sorry to break the show up like that, but I will put the timestamp in Substack so you can watch just that video. And honestly, it's just about being open and honest with the paid members about I am going to, list out. I was going over my short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains for the year, so I'll outline them. I do want to copy this and I'll paste this. Let's see. Mobile app. Okay. Oh, come on. You can't tell me that I can't copy and paste this. Let's see. Does it post? No. Failed to upload. Okay. We're going to have to save this. We'll open it. And then let's see if it allows me to copy it here. There we go. Boom. And we'll open that one so I can show you the mobile version. It's really good. I mean, the mobile version of Trendspider has gotten so good now. So good. This is office hours. We'll replay that one. Non-farm payrolls came in and killed it, by the way. Absolutely killed it. Added 130,000 jobs, outstretching the 70,000. I mean, almost double. Morning, Rosa. Almost double. Know your levels. This is kind of just a, hey, XLK, Bitcoin, and gold. Know where you want to kind of look at things, and we'll talk about BIL holdings, because in 5 days, this is up 38%. Pretty interesting because it's Chinese software. So we'll talk about that. Something big is happening. This is kind of a big thing in the market, and we'll talk about that as well. So let's get back to QQQ. 4 hour algo entry at 611, 67. Maybe I'll go and look at myself live and just make sure my screen is okay. Remember, hit the thumbs up button. Skip. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And I do get. There we go. Okay. Linktree does come up. Your privacy choices. Screw you. I'll shut it down. We're going to close that up. Man, I wish I could get rid of what's in the back of my throat. I literally last night was awake for longer than I was asleep. I think it's 4 hours of sleep and 5 hours awake. So I'm a bit worn out. Let's go. Here. Let me make sure I've got Pro, the Valentine's Day sale. We got Seeking Alpha Premium. We've got Trendspider. Premium and Alpha picks. We've got this. MongoDB. This was interesting because I was looking at this one. It is the number one information services and infrastructure. It was up 5% yesterday, up 2% in pre-market. Strong buy. It went to a strong buy at 372. So it's not too far off. Wall Street thinks it's a 20% upside. So I was looking at that one yesterday. It's interesting. You know, again, they're coming out on March 2nd. So I like doing this kind of stuff because I go to this upgrades and downgrades section, and Marita is the last one to rate that. But it's cheaper than it was 6 months ago. I mean, let's look at 6 months ago. You're up 87%. It's cheaper. Its growth is better. Its profitability is better. Its momentum is better. Its revisions are better. A+. 37 up, none down. So you look at that summary and you're like, oh my God, it's fantastic. Well, it's still expensive, but its PEG ratio is pretty good. But Seeking Alpha analysts hate it. The last one is Rita, though. She had a buy. I mean, that's December. And since then, she's down 10% since December. So if we look at this, it's kind of a sideways move almost. 1 month, you're down 10%. 6 months, you're up 87%. So it's a tale of two stories. Let's close this one because I don't like the light on me. We'll close that. We'll close that. We'll close Earnings Hub. We'll close the chat. We'll close the newsletter. we'll close this one. We got the newsletter up there. Let's see if I have any new comments on Spotify. Usually I don't, because I'm doing them every 2 days now. Keith wants to know about copper. And the Spotify people just don't come over here to YouTube, so nobody cares unless I mention them on the recording. Okay. I'm gonna hit record and okay. Yeah, that's Bob. It's taken us forever. And it wasn't I think it's a respiratory infection because Tamiflu didn't work for me. It was just antibiotics. And I'm still fighting it. God, look at Shopify up 10%. Taiwan Semi up 1%. I mean, you're looking at a lot of green except for IBIT, Robinhood. By the way, if you don't, I'll go over it, but let's just go over Hood. February 2nd, okay? Entry levels and plans. Conservative entry point, 75 to 80. Wait for retest and strong summer support, 65 to 70. Even safer long-term support. Where are we today? In Robinhood, you're at 78. It nailed it. Nailed it. Now, one it didn't nail, I'll tell you, VRT. I went over this. I didn't go over it, but I think I included in the paid newsletter. So I had VRT. I had it all the way from here. That sell got me a little bit nervous. And I was like, should I hold it through earnings? Because their earnings reaction hasn't been great. And so Sidekick, let's see, VRT. It's an option one, the professional play recommended. Sell 60 to 70% of your position today. Lock in $3,000. I think it was it was like $3,000 of profit, remaining 35 to 48 shares, $7,000 to $10,000 at risk. You capture the gain. Consider a protective collar, remaining shares. I didn't do the second part, but I did the first part. I sold 50%. The exit, sell 100% at open tomorrow if the stock gap's higher. I didn't want to. The aggressive hold, high risk, keep 100%, set a hard stop loss at 195. Now, VRT yesterday got down to 197. And where's it at pre-market? It is up at 235. I sold half the position at 208, locking in $3,000. And again, that's part of my short-term capital gains because I've only held this since January 3rd. I think it was January 2nd I got into this one, I think. It might have been this 13th, January 13th. Whatever it was, I took a nice big gain. So, yeah, I saw you. So I'll tell you, I think it's, let me see. I think it may be a leveraged one. Yeah. No, what's you? The 4 U's, let's see. No. Hold on, you're going to ignore this because I'm not. Where's uranium? URA. URA. And this is interesting because, and I'm going to make mention of this, that was the upgrades and downgrades portion. So every day, Pro gives you upgrades and downgrades of things. There were a lot of ETFs that got upgraded. And this particular one went to a strong buy. And you can see the strong buy is back here at 50. You're at 53. That's not a bad take. And, look just a little bit. The Utes. CCJ is in the 2026. It has not done well. This is down Well, I guess it is up 29%. This is the one that's doing well. It's CEG that's not doing well. CEG is not doing well. This one is down 23%, and it's a sell in the quant. Yeah, I should probably just get out of that one, to be honest with you. They're still doing, I mean, it's just the momentum sucks, the revision sucks, the valuation sucks, the growth is good, and the profitability is good. So, but it's just too expensive. Wall Street, they still say it's a buy, 50% upside. The market's saying no, 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 no. But yeah, okay. Let me get started. DNN, that's an interesting one. Is that Denison? Yeah, Denison Mines. Do they do uranium? Yeah. CCJ is the big one. I mean, that's the one that when I asked, I remember being on a panel with some energy experts, and I said, if I want to invest in nuclear, what's the best risk reward? And they said your safest play is CCJ if you just don't know anything about mines and stuff, about nuclear. This one, 13 analysts that cover it, 10% upside. Their revisions are not great, only 1 up, 5 down on or EPS, 3 down on revenue. So what's the number 1 in energy? It's the Utes. But it's only a 3.48. It's not like it's screaming buy. Yeah. I think you're right, Larry. I think that's I mean, I'm not, that is an area that is not my expertise, and if I were trading it, I would be going literally off of charts. And I would say, okay, this is going to be a technical trade for me. And now you can see the 4-hour algorithm on Energy Fuels Inc. UUU. It beats buy and hold by a large amount. I mean, that's a pretty significant beat because the average win is 23%. You can see you're just coming off a 37% gain. Your MACD down at the oscillator, the RSI down below 50. The last time you had this, it was during this big drawdown. Weekly, still a little stretched, but you got a classic double top right there at 27. It probably goes to 27 again. I mean, just full disclosure, those Bollinger Bands, they're cinching up. You see what happened last time they cinched up down here at 4. It ran all the way to 27. And let's see, does it go higher? This was the area that I said you could just, obviously I've seen it before in 2022 where it was just, hey, that's a good area. Once you broke out above that, you just took off. And was this a strong buy? No, it's a hold. Wall Street says 22% upside. There's 8 analysts that cover it, and their revisions, 3 are up on EPS and revenue. So it's definitely an interesting one. Does it fit my risk reward? Probably not. I got to sit there and watch stuff like that. And that's where I kind of get annoyed. I have to set up alerts, and I'll stick with AI infrastructure. How's that? Okay. We're going to make this a little larger so I can read a little bit better. I wish Notes had a way for me, and I'm sure there is a way to expand the thing. Okay, I'm going to hit record. Good morning. It is Wednesday, February 11th, hump day. Got a big show. I mean, there's a lot to go over. I'm gonna read the thing. AI Shockwave, Froth Asset levels, Sidekick versus the market, outside the U.S., my playbook. All of that coming up. Just want to say, hey, thank you for Seeking Alpha for sponsoring the episode, and the disclaimers are out there. But if you're interested, again, we will talk about all of these things. Alpha picks, we got a new pick coming up on the 15th. Seeking Alpha Premium gives you a free 7-day trial. And we'll talk about Pro. I don't talk about Pro enough. This is a great thing, and you can try it for $89 for the first month. And even Seeking Alpha, I was on live with these guys yesterday. You can get a trial for 2 weeks, and I will use Sidekick. We will show you how good Sidekick is several times throughout this episode. So stay tuned. Let's talk about it. The title of this episode is probably going to be, is AI the reason the market will crash? Do we have another Deepseek moment coming up? Because I'm going to bring it up. But I first want to bring up, yesterday, I got my car fixed at Tesla. Okay. I'm bullish. The car drove me there. I asked them, why do I have to bring this one in? And they said, hey, it's software. I love the car. It basically thought I hit a pothole and the suspension had triggered something. They didn't charge me. Not one thing. I love the car. I love the service people. But you know what I learned about Elon? Elon was sending Epstein emails on Christmas morning. The guy has like 40 kids. There is one day of the year that Elon should be focused as a father. Hey, Epstein, I'm too busy to chat. I got 41 kids who are having Christmas morning. No, he's sending him emails. I mean, literally, he's sending him an email. So again, that's my thing. Just, I'm not ranting about stuff. I still hate that the Epstein files are out there. I hate that, all of this shit is happening. Stick with the Epstein survivors. That's what you want to do. But let's talk about AI for a little bit, because we have an entry in the 4-hour algorithm right here. Is that good? Well, again, it doesn't keep with buy and hold. So I've been buying. I've held throughout this entire time. Have I bought more QQQ? No. I want to know that we can get above that 633. If we dip below 600, maybe I'll start to put my feet into water. But if I look, I highlighted this part last year. This was February 17th where we started to go down. You are now February 11th. If we follow the model from last year and we have the same dip, we could go down. The indicators are still reverting. Your RSI is only at 54. It's not like it was back here in March 31st last year at 28. It's not like it was in 2022 where it went down to 28. I want it lower. And so that's just my thing. Again, you have to know your levels. And is AI coming for our jobs? Because what we're seeing is Schwab yesterday got absolutely destroyed. Schwab yesterday was down 7%. It's rebounding a little bit because any reaction in the market is an overreaction. But Schwab and other wealth management firms got killed. Why? Because an app came out from, Altruist Corp. That is an AI advisory firm. And the market said, you know what? Schwab's not going to make money off of their advisory. Bullshit. Any reaction is an overreaction. Now, here's the thing. Is Schwab an absolutely buy? It's effing expensive. This is priced for perfection. It's not one that I want. Its profitability, 97% gross profit margin. Guess what other software has 97% profit margins? This is a crazy expensive stock, so it needed to be pulled down. Now, did it need that full pull? Well, what does Wall Street think that it's worth? They think it's worth $120. They will chase this one down as well. They will chase this one down. And this particular article kept popping up in my Twitter feed, okay? The author suggests using the best model you can. Okay, he suggests you need to learn AI. So what's the model, the best model that I use for stocks? It's Sidekick. You get it when you get Trendspider. Go and try it out. I think Claude may even now has ChatGPT, might have inference. Okay, that's where it takes your prompt in Sidekick, and you can get it, by the way, if you have Trendspider. It's up in your right-hand corner. But inference, it's not like a Google chat, okay? Sidekick is a walled garden, and I have at least 5 examples. We'll use Hood today. We'll use VRT today. But CRDO, I've been pounding the table on CRDO. It outlined CRDO. I had it outlined light yesterday for the paid newsletter subscribers. I've had it outlined storage technology, and so far it has been correct. Okay? 5 examples of where it just nails it. It uses the information from Trendspider. So it's just all this data. And what's great about the information from Trendspider, there's not opinions in here. It's facts. It's actual pricing. It's moving averages. It's indicators. It's news. And again, it is an unbelievable tool. So this author that says, hey, AI is coming for jobs, well, it's probably coming in the form of something like Sidekick. Add to this all of the Chinese models that will be released over the next 2 weeks because it's Chinese Lunar New Year. And what do you remember from last year? Did you journal? Because last year we had something called Deepseek. And what are you seeing? You're seeing something, in America when Anthropic launched that Claude code, what happened to CRM here? It is down, 40%? I mean, we can go and look at CRM right now. It is cheap. It is not expensive whatsoever. Look at this one. In 5 days, you're down 1%. 1 month, you're down 25%. Year to date, 26%. Its valuation is still a D because it's only 16 times forward earnings. Its PEG going forward is 0.91. You would think that's great. But in the application software space, there are plenty of other cheap ones, okay? The top one is a Chinese company called Bill Holdings, okay? What's ironic about this is when the Chinese release new models, new AI models, their software stocks actually go up, okay? You can even see when Claude released that model back here in the last 5 days, this is up 38%. Now, it might have nothing to do with that, but the Chinese Lunar New Year is happening. My hypothesis, okay? And this, by the way, the valuation's cheap at 21 times forward earnings. I don't even know how the quant does it, but it's saying it's cheap. Outside the U.S. is cheap. Capital dollars are moving there. Again, I expect some type of pullback this year. We've gone over this. And it can come from anywhere. We are tracking just like last year. And again, I point out the weekly chart, if we are to go down, that was a nice 20% pullback. And you had all the time in the world to either buy on the way up or sell on the way down. One or the other. My choice was buying at the bottom. I held through this. I sold some because I reallocated my portfolio, but I was buying this April 7th pop. And you need to know your levels, okay? Even though Bill Holdings, it's a great one, you need to know your levels. And here's the key froth levels, okay, that you need to know according to Bank of America. Do you know your froth level in XLK? They're saying it's 133. XLK, it is the ETF for the tech sector. This one, if that gets down to 133, let's just put a horizontal line at 133. If this gets down here, are you buying? Okay. What's the froth level for Bitcoin? 58,000. Let's go and look at Bitcoin. Where's my Bitcoin chart? Right there. Let's put a horizontal line at 58,000. Okay, 58,000 is down here. We'll put it at 59. Because are you buying at 58,000? Maybe I am. But so far, there doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. You're getting lower highs. The 200-day has changed. The 50-day has changed. Again, That's that one. So 58,000. Then you have GLD. Okay, gold. GLD. Let's look up GLD. I don't know if this tracks exactly. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I need to go back to my core investment. So this GLD, what does it say? The key level is 4550. I think that's 455. So let's put a horizontal line at 455 if that's the key level. Boy, it looks pretty, hey, we need to pull back there and you have a buyback at 462. That might be that. I'm not sure. I'm not a gold guy. But again, know your key levels. I don't use stop losses. I abide by the Warren Buffett rule. If I won't hold a stock for 10 years, why am I buying it for 10 minutes? That's my thing. I make decisions based on levels. I don't like machines making decisions for me, but you see constantly these yellow lines that are my lines that I put in there for notes, for decisions. I remain super bullish. First reason, earnings are coming in. We went over that Monday. Earnings are coming in better than expected. Second reason, non-farm payrolls. We just talked about AI coming for jobs. Maybe it's not, because non-farm payrolls came in 130,000 jobs added in January, outstripping the 70,000 consensus, far exceeding the 48 in December, which was revised from the initial 50,000. So the unemployment slipped to 4.3%. Again, the jobs market is becoming good. So know your levels, know why you're bullish, and maybe join office hours. Yesterday we had office hours. This is the newsletter that I did for it. Okay, we had a great office hours yesterday. Discussion on VRT, Micron, plus a full Sidekick analysis of LITE, plus a bonus discussion of fundamentals, the Mag 7, and all of the bond market stuff that's going on and what my thoughts are about it. Again, the newsletter is free. Tuesdays, I do an office hours for all the paid members. This is the Mag 7 are going to the bond market for additional capital. What's the one metric I'm looking at? That's what we discussed yesterday. So again, the newsletter, completely free. But let's talk about Sidekick, okay? Sidekick did it again. I was live with Trendspider yesterday talking about Robinhood. And Hood is down 8% since earnings. You heard me last week talk about how Hamid is buying the dip. What did I do? I went to Sidekick, okay? And I basically said, let's look at the prompt that I put in. I saw a note from a friend about Hood. This is the note. Hood seems cheap now with a trailing 12-month PE of 46 and on the verge of having a record quarter next week. The stock is going down in sympathy with crypto, but unlike Coinbase, Robinhood's revenue from crypto is a small fraction of their overall revenue, which is growing at solid numbers. Can you do a full technical and fundamental analysis of Hood for me and include entry, support, resistance, and historical PE analysis, along with how the stock responds to earnings over the past 2 years? Simple prompt. It's how you would ask an analyst. Okay, if you don't know how to write a prompt, go to Perplexity and say, tell me how to write a prompt. What did it tell us? Well, conservative entry zones, okay? 75 to 80. Where are you trading right now? 78. Even safer, 65 to 70. Aggressive, they said add at 85 to 90. Stop loss below 80. For any entry above 85, just take your losses, okay? Target 1, 107 to 110. Target 2, 120 to 125. So the verdict is, no, it's not cheap. Crypto sympathy sell-off is real. And by the way, I want to put this out there. This is the mobile version of Trendspider. If you have Trendspider, go and download the mobile version. It has gotten so much better. And it nailed it. Again, we're talking about AI models. It nailed it. You can get Trendspider by going to the link that's down below. It's typing out right now. Linktree/daily stock pick. It is on there. linktr.ee/daily stock pick. It is the top link. Go and get yourself a trial. These are the annual plan prices. So if you get an annual plan, you get my 4-hour algorithm. We can talk about that. But I point out that in Sidekick, Hamid said not to worry about the crypto revenue. Well, Robinhood stock slumps after crypto decline hurts Q4 revenue. Wall Street is focused on the crypto revenue. And here's what they said. We're moving towards a world where crypto is actually more than an asset class and it's a foundational technology. That's going to underline the trading of all assets. They are tokenizing stocks. This is a good stock long term. It is achieving basically right now it's $77, $78. I had said yesterday, I mentioned with Trendspider yesterday that I was holding shares at $130. $130. What I didn't realize is that I sold this on January 30th. We can go and take a look at Hood. On January 30th, right here, when it broke $100, I said, okay, sell it at $100. I'll buy it back later. I did tax loss harvesting. I still hold some shares with an average price of $95, but I don't want to take the tax loss harvest on them, as I'm okay holding until September for long-term capital gains. This is just part of my personal portfolio management that I don't share a lot on this podcast. With this name under 100, it's time to start adding. Now, for paid members, I will have more specifics at the end of this program about my long-term, short-term capital gains year to date yesterday, as I journaled about them yesterday for myself. They'll be at the end of the newsletter. So when you go to the newsletter, just scroll down to the bottom if you want to read it. I'll include it as a bonus section of the podcast. But again, if you're interested in stuff like that, that's part of the paid newsletter. Now let's go over Sidekick with VRT, okay? I bought a bunch of VRT. I sold basically, this is the mathematics of risk. It told me I was crazy. Here's my prescription. What did it tell me? It literally told me, let me be blunt, you're sitting on a 22% gain going into earnings with the stocks that's already up 26% in 5 days. This is not a position you hold through earnings. This is a position you manage with discipline. Solid fundamental analysis. You're up that much, take some profits. So it gave me the option. Option one, the professional play. Sell 60 to 70% of your position today. Consider a protective collar. I actually sold 50% of my position. Option two was the full exit. I could have sold 100 of it. So let's go look at VRT. Okay, VRT, it's Vertiv. This is cooling system racks. So I was holding on to this. I bought this and I told paid members back on January 14th, I'm entering here because the 4-hour algorithm got me in. And I also had a note from an analyst who said, hey, with all of this capital spending, VRT's earnings in the middle of February, we expect it to be a blowout quarter. So let's go look at Vertiv. What did Vertiv do? Well, Vertiv missed. Vertiv missed on earnings per share and they missed on revenue. And look at the stock reaction. It's up 16%. I sold at 208. I sold half my position at 208. The stock traded yesterday down below 200. If this was on your watch list and you had Sidekick, you could have said, well, that's a pretty good entry point for me. Earnings come out and it's up at $232. I sold what? $24 before that, 10% down, half my position. Am I upset about it? No. Part of the reason, well, I should say the only reason this is up is because they have a $15 billion backlog of business. The market cap on this is only $76 billion. It's a huge guidance. So when you guide well above, was it wrong to sell 50% of my position? Absolutely not. Again, I go back to Sidekick saying that is a guiding and solid portfolio management principle. Plus, VRT missed on earnings and revenue. Let me repeat that. They missed on earnings and revenue, and they are up 16%. The market doesn't decide. It's people, and I'm sorry, the market decides what it reacts. That's what I meant to say. I'm not reading a script, so sometimes I get off there. The market reaction is another thing. The solid fundamental case of this is, hey, don't be greedy. The investment thesis, oh, that's light. The investment thesis, the final verdict, take the $3,000 profit, sleep well tonight, and if the stock rips to 250, you have skin in the game. If it craters to 170, then you'll thank me and you've banked $2,000 instead of riding it back to even worse. The hardest part of portfolio management isn't finding winner, it's knowing when to take profits. And I wasn't staking my entire portfolio on VRT. Just take some small profits. So what's my plan? My plan? Sell the rip. Again, we're at all-time highs here. From a MACD, from an RSI perspective, you're getting to oversold. You're at all-time highs. And it was right. If it rips to 250 and it's at 230, it could rip. So was it wrong? No. It just gave me information. And again, I take it back to the beginning. I don't like stop losses because that's a automatic sell. I like to make decisions based on the information that I have. And Vertiv is one. My plan is to sell this rip when it actually stops. When I see some resistance level, I will sell that rip. I will get out of it, and I will add to this in a tax advantaged plan. Because I want to buy and hold this stock. It is still a very, very good stock. Wall Street thinks it's only worth $200. That will start to come up with a $15 billion backlog. It is expensive. I want it cheaper. Its PEG ratio going forward is 1.54. But again, if management can execute, then that's what I want. So let's talk about some stocks you should have on your watch list. From gold to chips, large cap names with the most days at bullish quant ratings. If you don't know what the quant is, it is part of Seeking Alpha. And you can see the valuation grades, the factor grades, valuation, growth, profitability, momentum, revisions. It grades it against all the others in their sector. So you want to look at these names. And the stocks that have sat at strong buy rating, led by NEM, Newmont Mining, the big winner from the S&P last year. Realty Income, a REIT. Host Hotels, a REIT. Micron Technologies, which I hope everybody in the audience actually has, stands out with the highest quant rating of 4.99, a strong buy with 216 days of coverage. Kroger rounds out the top 5 at 207. Again, the remaining top-ranked stocks include American Electric Power, Insight, Anglo Gold, Hasbro, Philip Morris. So here's the list. There's your top 10. Go and research them. If you don't use Seeking Alpha, remember, you can get a free 7-day trial. Go and look up your portfolio. Go and understand your health score in a portfolio. I created a portfolio right down here of the Dow, and you can go over here to your health score, and it gives you a 3.31 out of 5. The Dow, just so you know, the Dow 30, if we go to market data and we go to year to date, well, small caps are up, mid caps are up, micro caps are up. The Dow is up 4%. The NASDAQ is down 0.46. The Dow's the healthiest, and it's telling you, hey, the score's not great. But it tells you exactly, watch out, you have one stock at risk of performing badly. Your dividend score. What are the strengths and weaknesses? Again, it points everything out to you. The quant is incredibly powerful. And we just went over, there's your top 10 list. Put them on a watch list. Now, let's talk about LITE and CRDO. Why do I want to hold both of these? Long story short, CRDO pre-announced earnings. They were so good with guidance, and we can look at CRDO, popped 9% yesterday, and it's not even at its 52-week high of $213. Wall Street thinks it's a $208 stock. It's $134. Again, why do I want to hold these two? Well, again, CRDO they'll announce, I think it's March 2nd or something. I don't think LITE cannibalizes CRDO. Go and do your research. I have done my research. These are both cable producers, I don't think one cannibalizes the other. I don't think it's a winner take all. I think just like memory, where we've seen Western Digital, Seagate, and others, there are plenty of players in this space. This particular article, it is just a phenomenal article. If you don't know what CRDO does and you own it, go and read this article. But the one line I want to point out, official CRDO results will be out in early March along with earnings call, which should be the real catalyst for this stock. That's where management will need to confirm whether this upside is driven by sustainable demand across AECs, scale-up networking, and ICs, or if this quarter reflects timing benefits. I'm optimistic about CRDO into earnings. He puts a buy on the stock. I like CRDO and I like LITE. I've been real clear on that, what I'm doing with both. And I want to point out, one of the top stocks that I hold. It's a top 2026 stock, and it's an alpha pick stock. If you don't know what alpha picks is, data-driven strategy. Again, rules-based. Pick on the 1st, pick on the 15th. We've seen it, and you see the performance, 306% versus 83%. You get a phenomenal deal by signing up for Seeking Alpha's alpha picks. You save an additional $25, $424. I went over on Monday how great it is. CLS, my worst performer yesterday. Okay, we can go over. I'm going to show you. We can go to CLS right here. I'm going to show you something that I noticed yesterday. And I don't know why it went down. This is just a guess as to why it went down. But you see this guy, Jason Phillips, yesterday? Look at this value. That's $33 million. Okay? $33 million. Then you look down here, $565,000. Then you go down here to February 6th. He sold $36 million. And you look at February 3rd, the Chief Human Resources Officer. She sold $18 million. You should look at the Chief Operating Officer. They sold $47 million. Todd Cooper, president of Advance, sold $47 million. Mandeep, their chief financials officer, sold $28 million. That's just since the beginning of February. You want to know where this one over 1 month, it's down 0.82%. That's got to be the reason. It's all of the insider selling. They sold everything. $300. If we go to CLS, and you know how I like to put those lines in there, and you look at $300, you've been trading there since October of last year. It's been a flat stock, but it's a strong buy in the quant. Its valuation better than 6 months ago. Its growth better than 6 months ago. Its profitability better than 6 months ago. Its momentum slightly worse, but it's been a crazy stock. In 1 year, it's up 128%. In 5 years, you're up 3,152. This is part of the AI infrastructure build out. So I went down here, and again, I am teaching you how to use these tools. Ranked in industry, 3 out of 21. Well, what's the number one? Oh, TTMI, I own that one as well. What's that one up year to date? 39%. What's that over 1 year? 265%. Yes, I own this one. So I want to teach you the difference between a regular LLM, large language model of AI, Perplexity Pro. I pay for this $20 a month. And I said, hey, let's go and look at it. I just showed you how Sidekick gives you exactness of here, you should buy here, you should buy here, you should sell here, you should sell here. Perplexity, nowhere even close. I asked it, explain it fully to me like I'm 15 years old. Quick snapshot, recent highs. It goes over this, business and results. And this is comparing Celestica and TTMI. My Wall Street style recommendation, CLS, thesis high quality EMS leader, riding AI data center. Upside if growth stays high in AI, doesn't tell you where it's going to go from a dollar perspective. Downside case, any slowdown or macro. Verdict for a high growth investor, I'd rate CLS as a buy. Doesn't give you, hey, options market is telling you this like Sidekick does. TTMI, same thing. Same exact thing. Which is better, quality and durability of business? Edge to CLS. I own a lot more CLS than TTMI. Near term, both strong CLS faster in absolute dollars. Valuation as expected, both are expensive on trailing numbers. CLS looks more institutionally favorite. TTMI more up and growth. Doesn't give you dollar amounts. That's the difference between, pick your model. Where do you want your model to give you? Do you want your model to give you something like Robinhood, where it literally tells you, hey, here's your zones, and here's the reason why? Again, the models matter. So I just wanted to point that out, but let's focus on Seeking Alpha for a little bit, okay? I was scrolling down, and if you scroll down, if you have Seeking Alpha, you can look at these things. There's a new stock in this list that I hadn't noticed before, okay? That's the top quant stocks based on market cap, large, middle, and small cap, okay? I noticed FCX. This is a miner, copper miner. Copper is necessary. We're seeing this one. The quant has it as a strong buy. Wall Street says this one's worth $62, okay? But the analyst revisions are taking this up. 11 up on earnings per share, 9 up on revenue. Now we can look at this because again, Wall Street thinks that it's put it on a watch list. Its 52-week high is $69. It's expensive. Okay? But the quant rating, I want to point this out because the quant went to strong buy at $54 on January 8th. Again, if you had an alert, you're at $65 right now. That is a fantastic gain in 1 month. The power of the quant. Get a trial. Again, 7-day trial. Find out which stocks you have. I took a look this morning at this particular pro version, okay? The pro quant, all of this list is pro. These upgrades and downgrades. I took a look at the pro, okay, this morning. There are a lot of triple leveraged ETFs that have moved overnight from a buy to a strong buy, from a hold to a strong buy, including leveraged ETFs on silver and semiconductors, even a leveraged ETF on uranium and Japan. They all moved to strong buys. Just like you see TTMI is a strong buy. When did it move to a strong buy? Well, let's look, because way back here, I'm going to need to go to the map. Way back here at $29, it moved to a strong buy. Where are you trading today? By the way, that was just May of last year. So you're seeing the power of the quant. Get a trial. If you want to see this upgrades and downgrades list, you can get a full month of pro at $89. See if it's worth the money. Or if you don't even have Seeking Alpha, you can get a free 7-day trial, again, of Seeking Alpha. It's so good. Now, you want to know what's a good stuff? Shopify. Shopify, actually, this one got killed. Why did this one get killed on open? This one was up 10%. Let's look at this. Something happened to this. Because if you look at this chart, this is a great business. I mean, Shopify had blowout earnings. Let's look at the 5-minute after hours. And you can see the market opens and this one just tanked. Just absolutely tanked. I don't know what happened to it. It was doing well. I was getting ready to say that you're going back to all-time highs where we can go to the 4-hour algorithm and 176. But something happened to this between the open. It is down 11% from where it opened up. Wow. It opened up at 139. It's down at 122. The market took a dump. Something happened. I mean, even Hood's down 10%, even more. Something happened. Just so you know, I wanted to go over Shopify. That's a mess. That's an absolute mess. And by the way, it's a hold in the quant. It hasn't changed to a strong buy. It hasn't been a strong buy. It was a buy back here at 164. I would have told you at 174 at all-time highs. You don't want to buy this one. You wanted to buy it back here at 77 last year. But again, this is a good business. This is a good business to be in. But wow, that one got killed. But let's go over another one. I'll be live with Trendspider this afternoon at 4 o'clock like I was yesterday. But Unity Software, this is down 30%. This is a very close competitor, okay? It's not exact, but it's a close competitor to one that I purchased way up near 500. This one's down 3%. It's AppLovin. AppLovin has earnings after the bell, okay? AppLovin Q4 earnings. Earnings seen rising 78%. E-commerce, gaming, performance in focus. I like this stock. This is an alpha pick stock. Wall Street has a price target 55% above where it is today. Now you can see the price target is coming down. Look at the grading factors, okay? D+, it is expensive, but with their growth, the PEG ratio is 0.94 because you look at the growth and they're growing 98% year over year revenue. Profitability, unbelievable, 79% gross profit margin. It is an application software stock. So just like Unity, which didn't post very good earnings, by the way, which is a hold in the quant, not a buy. They have an average price target 123% up. But unlike AppLovin, they're not all bringing their revenues up and down. And we just got to look at the revenue. I will be interested. You may see me like literally jump off my chair if AppLovin gets killed like Shopify and Unity today. But one that really did well, Cloudflare. Cloudflare's up 10%. It looks like they're cementing themselves as part of the AI infrastructure build out. Okay, we can go and look at Cloudflare. The symbol is NET. This has been on my watch list. I don't own this one. The 4-hour algorithm had you in at 179 yesterday. Did it know something? Probably not. But you're back above at that 200-day level. If we go and look at a daily, again, know where your stocks trade. Under the 200-day for a stock that is part of the AI build-out structure with a MACD under the oscillator and an RSI that's coming off in January of 27. Now you look at the weekly, is it stretched? No, I've been going over this. With these stocks that are part of the AI build-out structure on a weekly chart, as their MACD and their RSI and their Bollinger Band cinch up, you could see some huge pops. The weekly chart just looks oversold. We did have yesterday, by the way, a strong buy in the Alpha Pick portfolio. Usually what I say is, hey, strong buys that are Alpha Picks when they report earnings, they usually do really well. There was a particular stock that was down 8%. It's a biotech stock. It's why I hate biotech. But I'm overweight on this stock. I'll look to actually cash out. I won't tell you what the stock is because, again, it's part of the Alpha Picks portfolio. But I want to bring this up. I saw this on Instagram. Okay, it's a clip from a movie. You get to $2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what you do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shit box. You put the rest system 3 to 5%. You pay your taxes. You get the base. You get me. This is part of the fuck you solitude. That's what it is. And that's what everyone's looking for. I put something in about FIRE, financial independence, retire early, into Monday's thing or Friday's podcast. This is what everyone's looking for. The FU philosophy. I've been FU for quite a while right now. So I've been retired for 6 years. That I've been there for quite a while. It's not out of reach. And that's my kind of inspirational goal to you guys. It's not out of reach. It just takes patience. And again, the market takes patience. Will we get brought down by Deepseek? The point is, will AI is probably coming for many stocks. It came for Schwab yesterday. Okay, we saw it come for all of software before. It's probably coming for the jobs market. Even though the jobs market was good, it's probably going to open Wall Street eyes that efficiency can be the way to boost corporate profits. You're seeing all the layoffs from Amazon. Why? Because of AI. It will boost corporate profits. You're going to want to figure out which stocks you'll want to own through something like that. Because if we are to go into something like last year, and remember, last year was a made up story. It was Liberation Day. But you're going to want to know which stocks you own. Do you want to own CRM, which we saw was 16 times forward earnings? but their estimates, they may be taken down because they may not have as many seats. Do you want to own something like CRDO or Light, which makes the cables that connect these data centers? The physical data center products that are receiving the hyperscaler dollars. Do you want to own those? Or maybe even own the hyperscalers because they're investing now. I went over this in the paid portion yesterday. They're investing now and they're using that capital to build out for the future. It's clear you're going to need to know what you own with a thesis. And if that thesis starts to go wrong, what will you do? I've shown you. Sidekick, go and get a trial. I had 2 people literally this week who said, holy crap, I thought I was a buy and hold guy. I had Sidekick analyze my portfolio and it changed my world, the whole thinking of it. I mean, we've got NVIDIA up 2% today. Again, AI infrastructure. You've got, let's see, Apple around 280. It's hovering up there. We saw Cleveland Cliffs just get killed on their earnings. Any reaction is an overreaction. It started to fill the gap. You've got Google at all-time highs at 318 right now. Are they going to go up? They just went to the bond market. Robinhood is starting to recover even in this little thing. IBIT, which is Bitcoin, that one's not recovering. MPLX, my solid, 7% oil company, energy company, go and look at the performance of that, including the dividend. You blow away the S&P. Netflix, will they get paid out for the breakup by WBD because Paramount is going to pay? If this one gets out of that WBD deal, expect it to get back over 100. Palo Alto Networks, cybersecurity, this one will pop back to 200. It will. Palantir, it will be $180 stock. Know what you own. A lot of this stuff is just waiting for some type of thing. Uber, I continue to think Uber will be a $100 stock. At 72, am I buying it? Not until I start to see some strength. So know what you own, know where your stuff is. Now, again, for the paid members, I'll have my long and short-term capital gains part. I'll record that a little bit, so it'll be at minute, let's see, 42. Around there, I'll put it in the newsletter. Okay. I will talk to you guys at 4 p.m., and then I'll talk to you Friday. Okay, see you, bye. Morning, CEF. Morning, Wendy. Dominic. A lot of stocks are getting killed. I think you're seeing I know you're seeing a rotation in the market. I'm happy with what I own. Let me see. Where's VRT? That's the one that I want to sell the rip. 244. Jesus. That was at 238 when I checked on it. I mean, this one, look, $15 billion in backlog. I might sell that one right now, to be honest with you, on that 5-minute chart. Nah, this candle went green. VRT is great. By the way, announcement, Penny pooped. Not in the house, outside. Just an announcement for folks that were wondering. Penny pooped. I get texts, so I figure I share. Let's put that there. We'll outline this. Okay, and we're going to cut that. And then we'll put this in here. Green screen. Okay, copy. Boom. Oh, Bob. Scroll down. What I love about like Seeking Alpha is I can open up like their thing, and if you just look, let's look up let's look up CLS. So if you just scroll down, now I use the browser version, but if you scroll down, you get just such a nice, easy, scrollable seasonality chart for everything. You get the people, what's that? People also follow stocks. You get the bulls say, you get the bears say, you get the full analysis, the revenue gain, you get earnings per share. I mean, it's just such a good layout. But again, I use it in a browser. I don't use their app. And the reason I don't use the app, and I've told them this, they have hot topics in the app, but they don't have trending news in the app. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want trending news. I want to see stuff that I haven't seen before. And while I do think that the app has value, I just think the browser on a mobile is just a better experience for me. Now let's see. We got to do a thumbnail, and I think there's a crash one that I have. I think there's a crash one. That cruise boat director is still the best one. Maybe I'll just do this one. Yeah. We'll just do this. Let's see. The and we're gonna, oh, I don't want to move that. We're just gonna, boo. We're just typing in. Okay. And let's put in, we're gonna change this color to, oh no, put in we're gonna put in is open. I mean, I still have to get back into open because my theory on that one is still right. If Drake ever gets into that, I did take some tax loss harvesting on that one though. I think that's a $10 stock if Drake gets into it. So let me see. Where's my portfolio at? I'm interested in what my large portfolio is doing right now with all of this crashing. I'm up. Is Apple up? Yeah, Apple's up 1%. So I'm way up. I mean, my Alphabix brokerage portfolio is up 0.86. My regular portfolio is up 0.53. My retirement is up 0.64. I'm up 0.5. So, let me see. Alphabix brokerage portfolio. Biggest loser is CRDO. Why is CRDO down 7%? I mean, that played out perfectly from, you know, why is this down? I don't know why this one's back down. Probably profit taking. I mean, from yesterday, it's up 16% in 5 days. I wouldn't put more money into it, Dominic, to be honest with you. I don't like it that much. I just think it's fun to put like, you know, $1,000 in there every now and then. And if it pops to, you know, $100 or $50, I mean, Eric is still saying $82. So if you can get it at $42 and it goes to $82, and he says that's conservative. But his other one might actually be better. Let me finish this. Trendspider. We're going to put this in. And we'll put in Seeking Alpha. Put this one in. Yeah, we'll just share that. Why not? I mean, I don't think thumbnail. Again, it's YouTube, man. Yeah. I mean, I think if I, you know, when I used to, it's funny because when I used to play stuff like that, I would skip lunch for the day and I'd say, okay, $5, I'm going to go in there. So I never made it like super aggressive. I think, you know, stocks like Apple I get super aggressive on. Stocks like Open, no way. No way. Okay, let me turn off my do not disturb. And I'm exhausted, by the way, if you can't tell. Is it done? Yeah, it should be done. What happened? There it is. Okay. It's there. And we're just going to name it this. Boom. Then we're going to go over and grab the description. Oh no, why does it keep opening up? Keeps opening up. I think I have 3 podcasts out there and it keeps opening up like old podcasts. Upload the yellow and black. We'll cut this out. And do. Let's see. Are the Qs Robinhood still going down? The Qs at 613, still up. Shopify. I don't know what happened with Shopify, man. That's just, look at that. I mean, look at that. That open candle. I mean, that's a 5-minute candle that is down 8%. What happened? He had to say something. There had to be something said. I mean, I'm just not seeing. And by the way, for anybody doubting Sidekick, I need to put this into let's give this to Twitter, to Mike and those guys. Yeah. I'm wondering if that's what happened. He said something. But look at this. I mean, final verdict of VRT. Take the profit, and if the stock rips to 250, you'll still have skin in the game. Where's VRT going? I mean, it's at 243. Did it hit 250? It hit 249. My buddy who's in VRT with me, he's like, are you selling? Are you selling? I'm like, dude, I'm doing the newsletter. Leave me alone. Let me get this. He had to say, Harvey's always interviewed on CNBC. And by the way, of any CEO, that dude has the best camera setup. I mean, he just looks so damn good. And he was early. Promotional content. And then we'll upload to YouTube. Create, upload videos. And we're going to copy and paste. Select all, copy. We're going to paste. And we'll get. So you have Valentine's Day sale, the Trendspider affiliate link. Copy. Paste. Seeking Alpha bundle. Copy. It doesn't copy over all of the links because I have to do separate links in YouTube. Seeking Alpha Premium. Seeking Alpha Pro. Copy. Okay. And then we can usually just take this out. No, guess I gotta delete some. We'll delete this. That should be enough, yeah. Okay, and now we can go over here. We'll upload that. And we can go next. And then I can do waveform editor, and hopefully this fucking works. I think I need to log back in though to make it work. Paid promotion, yes. We'll put it under the podcast. I mean, that's just too much of a blowout quarter. To have it just automatically go down by that much. I mean, that's a huge publish. Upload complete. Let me see. Please don't edit out, error out. I think it's going to error out on me. Sometimes Spotify just makes me angry. So yeah, we're getting VRT. Let's sell our VRT. Individual. That's my account. VRT. Sell. And there we go. Preview. I'm out. Okay, and then I've got to, oh, it worked. Okay, sweet. We're going to put in 2 there, put in 2 there. Oh, okay. Sweet. And next. And now, guys, 10:09. And I've got to go to oh, you know what? I don't want to go there. I'm going to use Safari. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't ask me for can I get in, please? Yes. Sweet. And we're going to go down here, traditional IRA, positions, and we're going to sell this. Sell. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Micron's almost at 400 again. I do have... Wow. NVIDIA is still 10% of that portfolio. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, but that should have been part of the earnings. I wonder, what's funny is when you look at after hours, I mean, it took it up and then the market opens, Wendy. I mean, it kind of goes to, you know, the VRT. VRT missed on both. And it got taken up. Yeah. No, exactly, Wendy. No, I'm the same exact way. I think going and asking Gemini and wow, CRDO's down 10%. Again, remember, if CRDO gets down below that 100, it's a buy. But wow, my parents are going to be angry at me. Why is that down there? We're not down that much. Let me see. Yeah, October was the high. Because we're in, I mean, they love Microsoft. We have so much exposure to tech in my parents' account. But I did take that down. Let's see. That's where all the Microsoft is. It's 22% of the account. Apple is 24% of the account, Microsoft, and then blue chip growth. It's not a bad, let me see performance wise. It's not bad. Yeah, it is bad. Well, that was before she got, yeah. Okay. I'm doing analysis of my parents' portfolio. Still, that does not, for me, I mean, Shopify's been one, I've been burned before on Shopify, but you can clearly see that 176 right there. I mean, if we just go to a weekly, that's the all-time high. Look at how much resistance once, and then in October, and then in December. And now you've broken that trend line. FYI, this is last year. I mean, rinse and repeat. It's so exact. I mean, it's just, I mean, that's rinse and repeat. It's so obvious to me that I actually have to put, new video. I have to put Shopify on a watch list. I like the stock. And it's just getting, I think it's getting beaten up too much. I sold my Vertiv at 240, not 250. But I'll be able to buy that one back. It's expensive. I mean, that peg ratio. Let's say, if we scroll down, we see the seasonality. January is usually a good time. February is not. March is not. So you probably want to wait. Buy it in March for the April, May, and June kind of seasonality. Seeing Alpha versus Wall Street. 10 authors have it as a buy, but it's mostly a hold. Wall Street says buy. The quant says hold. Commerce Strategy, Accelerating AI. I like this one. I mean, look at that revenue. Is that an estimate? Yeah, okay. This has to be real, but let's look at quarterly. Earnings per share. I think this is updated. This is what I love about the just earnings estimates, earnings revisions. Full year up revisions, 6 down 7. It's because of the spend. Yeah, that spend, and then your momentum, which is important, is C. You had a sale. You haven't had any insider buys recently. You had a director sell $8 million. Harvey sold $2 million. But that's nothing. Chief Operating Officer said that was on December. I mean, for me, MongoDB is the clear winner. You're 1% above your 10-day SMA, but you're 16% below your 50-day, and you're 7% below your 200-day. Yeah. I mean, it's 10 out of 23, and MongoDB is the number one. So, and I think they had their earnings already, didn't they? No, March 2nd. So, interesting. Okay, I'm getting off here. I'll be live at 4. So, I'll see you guys at 4. Have a great day. See ya.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through in fear.